First into the den, an entrepreneur on an upward trajectory.
I don't want just a sounding board, I want a springboard as well. So it's that person who can then sort of like put some propane into my rocket.
And Dan is aiming high when it comes to the valuation of his company.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome home to Mercedes-Benz.
But will the Dragons, notoriously fiery when it comes to a business's price tag, be convinced his enterprise is worth it?
It's understanding the true depth of our business and then the true potential.
The brightest star in town is standing right behind me. Ladies and gentlemen, a big applause for the all-new GLC.
Today I'm here to ask for £200,000 in return for 2% equity. Drivers are currently lost when it comes to parking, and as a result of all this confusion, the average Brit in their lifetime wastes 347 days and £37,000 on fuel looking for that elusive parking spot. Imagine being able to drive into any city and understand every parking rule, even on single yellow lines. Imagine being disabled or owning an electric car or motorbike and having every destination mapped out in the palm of your hand. Imagine being able to choose between on and off street or the cheapest or the nearest. What if the roads had sensors and they told you if there was a free bay or not, and you could drive into that free bay and your car automatically took a payment? What if the average parking time was reduced from 20 minutes down to 30 seconds?
It's iconic, it's versatile, it's intuitive, it's smooth, and it's comfortable without losing its sporty agility. It's been our most popular model for years and years now, leading the charts around the globe. And tonight, it's ready to shine in a whole new way.
Here's a spot, the prices, and it's got the pay-by-phone provider linked into it, and it's got zones as well, so every street is a controlled parking zone.
Currently you can say, yes, there is parking on this street.
Yeah, we are mapping every on-street and off-street car park, and I can show you exactly the spots right for you for price, time of day, all that sort of stuff.
Because I use apps at the moment when I'm in London that tell me where my nearest parking is.
But that actually doesn't give you sort of like controlled hours.
No, absolutely. It's nowhere near the sophistication of yours at all.
All they are is a payment gateway. We have a payment gateway built into our sort of parking knowledge.
There's another thing that I want to understand about this model, which is are you able to tell me where there is an empty parking space?
Yes.
How do you do that?
So this is an on-street sensor. So we just rolled out 72 of these into Coventry. We've put every single disabled bay in Coventry.
So the answer is that you can do this by using sensors?
Yes.
Okay, until every parking space has a sensor. What is the other way that you can tell if there's an empty parking space?
We've just currently did a solution with Westminster, Vodafone and Pimlico Plumbers, and this basically turns vehicles into sensors.
Okay, I grant you that's really clever. That's brilliant.
You're still in development and you're obviously looking to raise 200,000 today. How much more money do you think it's actually going to take?
Right, okay, so we probably need about 20, it'd be about 3 million.
You must have gone quite a long way with this already.
Yeah, we've raised 1.2 million.
Where from?
From angels and then from institutional investors as well.
So you've got institutional investors on board?
Yeah.
Okay, right. What was the last valuation that you brought money into the company at?
4 million, basically, yeah.
4 million, okay. And okay, do you know how this works in Dragon's Den? I mean, essentially, we're expected to give our time, contacts and expertise, and in return for that, you know what, we kind of don't expect to get a valuation which is twice as much as the last round.
So just to be clear, that's been a sort of a year or more of progress.
Okay, what are your figures in terms of revenue?
So we're projected for £500,000 this year, and then next year we're projected for 2 million, and then the year after that 5 million.
2 million. 5 million profit?
Yeah, that's it. It was 4 million profit. It'd be £1 million running costs.
I think it's really good. I think you're obviously very, very good. I mean, there's like, you know, but you don't doubt that for a minute either. You know, I think for me, it's about finding business that I can add value to, with people that I can work with that actually need my help. And I love that. And that's not who you are. You've got to go out and raise lots more money. So either I continue to invest as a very passive investor, or I get diluted by an enormous amount very, very quickly.
Yeah.
It's not for me, I'm out.
Sarah Willingham joins Deborah Meaden in exiting the deal, with concerns this isn't a business that would benefit from her hands-on approach.
So it wouldn't affect or offend your other shareholders if you decided to dilute yourself, just to prove Tuka's point. So why would that be such a big thing for you?
Yeah, that's a valid question, and I guess it just really depends on sort of limits.
Well, Dan, I'm going to test that limit. And the reason why I'm going to test that limit is because I like it a lot. I think you're onto something. But there is a risk to anything here, and there are many companies such as yourselves, as you well know, that sadly don't get anywhere. I'm not convinced that you're one of those. I genuinely believe you're going to get somewhere. This is a marketplace where I'm actively involved. I do a lot of work with Google. I've got very good relationships there, and I think that where you're going, those relationships will be tested, and sometimes a friendly face that's been around, that knows and has those contacts that could not just open the doors, but actually conclude those transactions and deals very quickly, will propel the business faster than others. So I'm going to offer you all of the money, £200,000. But I want 20% of the business.
A racy offer from the dragon known for his scepticism about high valuations. He's boldly asking for 18% more equity than Dan is offering. Will Nick Jenkins take him up on his offer to go halves?
You know what? You've got the right to say no. Here we go. Give you half the money for 10%, share it with Peter. Or you can do it all with Peter for 20%.
Thank you.
And I think I would definitely prefer Nick involved, because I think Nick adds immeasurable value. Think about it. Yeah, if you want to have a think.
Finally, a bid for Dan's business from both Peter Jones and Nick Jenkins. But their equity demands of 10% each is 10 times the 2% that Dan originally offered.
I'll be amazed if it goes at 20. There's no chance he'll accept 20 in a million years. No way.
It's an honour to be offered that something by two dragons. I think in terms of 20% for 200,000, I'm going to have to say no to that. What I would put back to you, or both of you, is 5% for 200,000.
So 5% each?
No.
5% in total?
Yeah.
An audacious counteroffer back from the entrepreneur who wants Peter Jones and Nick Jenkins to share a 5% stake.
Would you do 7.5%?
Will the two dragons be prepared to compromise at 15% less than they originally offered?
I just wonder if we dropped to 15%.
Additionally, it comes with up to 1,740 liters of luggage space, plus an amazing 128 liters in the front. Enough space for whatever our customers are up to.
I can't do 15, I'm sorry.
Okay, Dan, well, I think it doesn't get me excited.
And talking about a real frunk, our engineers seem to love Indiana Jones. Let's have a look.
If I was sharing it with Nick, it's 2.5% each. It's.
Yeah.
Are you sure, Dan?
So now,
Yeah.
guess where's the hit button?
Thank you very much for your time.
I'll give you back your polite notice and hope that you don't regret it.
Thank you very much.
It takes nerve to turn down the multi-millionaire investors. But Dan, who's opted to decline Dragon Capital, leaves the den still holding all his equity.
I'm not sure I've got any regrets right now. You know, every percent counts in any company.
Right then, we've got something very special in store today. Mercedes-Benz have got a new model to show you. I'm Tom Exton, aka TGE on the internet, and I'm absolutely pumped to share this with you. Are you ready?
Yeah, man, let's do it.
Let's go.